2, 3, funky, fresh. So like, it makes it funky fresh, but like I'll put a space in there, so it makes it easier for me to cut it where I go. But if it's too close, they may run together while I'm trying to cut.
I feel you.
So,
yep.
So that's it.
Okay. Picking up some tools of the trade.
Now tell me this: did it help? Cause I thought when you were performing, I felt like you were am I saying this word right? Cognizant, whatever. I felt like you were very aware. But do you think that's because of the mirror?
I think it's just been me like getting it together.
Okay, because I think there's a cross between the two. Because I was like, man, a lot of the stuff, it seemed like it was rehearsed, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you said something like something you were down. You said by the time you pick it up, I've already
You put it down.
I feel like you came with it in advance, but it looks
okay,
good.
dope,
You know what I'm saying?
dope.
And I was like, she couldn't did that. Like, it'd be dope. Like, I know.
And she just like,
you know people would be like, yo, okay.
all right.
Like, she's living her ride.
That's what Will basically told me to focus on. Yeah. I was so awkward because I was like, I'm not like a big dancer, and I'm not like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with myself. But once he was like, just do what you're saying. It was a lot, you know what I mean? Because I know what I'm trying to say, and I can like act that out to the best of my ability.
I felt like, the first verse of Hipster, you got a little loud.
Yeah.
I think you were doing it because you're trying to not lose your breath.
You
think that makes sense?
Yeah.
It kind of seemed like that. Like you're like, I ain't gonna lose my breath. I feel like you came back where
more where I was supposed to be.
Like you kind of
before I had like jumped in there.
You're building, you know what I'm saying? You're building up, and I think that was kind of dope. Oh, another thing I wanted to commend you on this. Your structure that you were kind of talking about, like maybe I need to stop doing this, like a little intro to the song. That works very well, especially how we're cutting the songs. Because it's like the right amount of time, and it seems, because I remember like hearing what was the first one? Hate. I heard your 8-bar intro, but it felt like a verse. But I was like, oh man, I want the song to end this early.
Yeah.
But then the first verse hadn't came yet, so I was like,
okay.
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 I was like, dude, nah, we got to do a second verse to this. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it worked very well.
Ooh, I'm glad that structure worked out, because I wasn't sure if it was gonna be awkward with like a little fake verse, and people are like, wait a minute, is the chorus already?
No.
All right.
I think it worked very well. So it's kind of like we didn't plan to cut it. So I know you didn't plan to cut the song when you were writing it.
Yeah.
You weren't used to thinking about, like, I'm just writing the song. But yeah, it works very dope and abbreviated. So
yeah.
Both of them being structured like that.
Yeah, how that
like
worked
you're
out.
tricking them into thinking they heard the whole song.
But
like,
really?
You on to the next one? Yeah.
Yeah, man, totally. That's dope.
That's how I played myself like I'm in the audience. I heard the first verse, hey, I'm like, no, dude.
It's done already.
I was like, dude, y'all understand? She got more to say. And then like, okay, you say okay.
Wait, never mind.
I don't know the rest of it though. Let me hear the rest of it. Oh, okay, here, go right here.
I'm on my way to Bless's house right now. Today has been a crazy day. I had a doctor's appointment, so I was supposed to get out of that by 2, so I would be able to practice all day. They're like, yeah, these CT scans or these bone scans that we're doing are gonna, just take about 30 minutes, and then you have to leave and come back and do them again. And I don't even want to know the science behind it. I was just pissed. So I was like, whatever. I'll just, roll with the punches. So I was supposed to get out at 2. I get out at 4:30. Slightly annoyed. I get home, I get my stuff together. I'm on my way. Traffic's for Houston, I really can't complain. This is not too bad, But I'm still like, man, why does it always have to be so stressful? Now I'm like worried and stressed. Anyways, I'm just my gaslight. Look. I knew something was gonna happen. I knew that I couldn't just get to where I needed to be. So my gaslight is playing games with me right now, but I don't care. I'm gonna get to Bless's house whether I, have to crawl there or not. Anyways, TTYO. As you know, I'm the main endorser behind Take 5 Bars, so as part of payment for really hooking me up, I provided him with a Take 5 bar. He has never had one, so this is, you are witnessing a first time Take 5 bar eater. This is, oh man, this is just emotional for me. See that? Yeah. It's slowly rising. That's the pretzel. That's the pretzel. It kind of like throws you off. And the things that you don't like are not in, exactly. It's like the perfect candy bar. And it's in pieces too. So how do you feel? What's the verdict?
Like up there with Snickers.
Oh, wow. I knew you were going to say, when you said this is up there, I knew that you were going to reference Snickers. Because Snickers is really the only thing that can hold a candle to a Take 5.
Might be better than Snickers.
I'm so happy right now. I feel so validated. People have looked at me crazy when I've left places early to go and get a Take 5. Oh, man. I am so happy right now. I love how it's broken up. You know what I mean? Because if it was just the one piece, you would be greedy and go through the whole thing. But because it's broken up, you have time to like savor that first part of it. You like read the ingredients.
You see on the picture?
Where? I didn't even look at the picture.
It's like a whole pretzel. It's like the
all of the pretzel's like coming out of the thing.
This is good, man.
Take 5, y'all.
I wonder why it's called Take 5.
It's a very interesting. It's a classy name.
Take 5 is that?
That's a track, David Brubeck.
Didn't Take 5 like when you like when you take a break from acting or something?
Yeah, let's take 5 and come back, and so maybe this is like a break from life. The moments leading up to the show are horrible for me. I'm like so nerve-wracked. I'm imagining every possible thing that could go wrong. What if my pants fall down? What if my hair, catches on fire? I'm just really trying to see God in that moment and find peace. It's very difficult though. It's such a challenge. And I've been told it doesn't really get any easier. You just sort of have to, bite the bullet and deal with it. But it's a challenge that I'm willing to take on, and I don't see myself not performing in the future because I'm too scared. Because when you're successful after feeling that way, nobody can touch you, nobody can tell you anything. It's beautiful, it's godly. Dean's is kind of a cool spot. I found it after I worked with Just Cause for a little bit. I don't know, it's just a cool little hipster spot, even though hipsters are questionable people. It's a cool little bar, so I was glad I got a chance to perform there. I was very excited. Sorry, man, I'm gonna be all up in your stuff right now.
What's that?
Just all up in your situation.
Good. Appreciate the documentation. Yeah. I've been doing it myself.
This is Rich breaking everything apart. I wish I had video savvy so I could do that effect where it speed everything up and it shows you how you break everything up really quickly.
You can do that with your
I'm just too lazy to learn.
I'm talking about on the same stuff you use to do your the videos.
I mean, I feel like that's some advanced effect. There's basics voiceover, change the color, and then there's stuff where I'm I don't know, you know what I mean? But I'm sure if I asked John, he could do it in 2 seconds.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? All right, that's John. Dang, I wish it was lighter in here. And then people started showing up my friends, and I knew that it was time and I had to go on soon, and I was so nervous, man. I was so nervous.